Alrighty, thanks Megan. It is that time of the week. We've got Greg Remmenga with us. We're talking a little bit of legal advice today. Little change of topic from where we have been, and today we're talking about insurance groups and kind of where they lump people in.
Well, it's really the same topic. We're talking about you get injured on the job, you get injured in an automobile accident. The insurance company is going to try to lump everybody that has, for example, a knee injury into the same category and say, you, with that knee injury, you only suffered the same harm as everybody else with a similar knee injury. So this week we're going to talk about the economic side of that. For example, let's say that your left knee was injured, you could no longer kneel, and you can't climb a ladder. How is that going to affect you and your ability to do your job? Not a whole bunch, because you're sitting behind a desk and you don't really crawl around on your knees a lot. Let's say that you were an oil rig worker. The same injury is going to affect that person so much more and actually make it impossible for them to do their job, but it's the same injury, and the insurance company is going to want to say, you both have the same injury, you both have the same harm.
Okay, so as the attorney, you're kind of taking the injury and personalizing it more instead of just this broad-based.
Absolutely, because we have to individualize it for you based on your work, your limitations, what you do for your job. I mean, we can go even to the next level. Let's say that you had the same knee injury as Peyton Manning. Is it going to affect your job anywhere close to the same as it's going to affect Peyton Manning's?
Well, I think my knee injury is why I didn't go drafted this year.
That's
Draft
right,
just wrapped up. I didn't get picked up because I got a bad left knee.
That's right, but it's going to significantly change his life, and it may not change yours and mine as much because we don't rely on our knees for our occupation.
Okay, so it's all interesting. Now, is this the kind of stuff you're going to get just by dealing with your work, or is this something that a doctor is going to have to write out some kind of form and say, you know, what it limits you to?
Well, the doctor's going to write out the form and create the limitations and the abilities that you have on your knee. The next step would be a functional evaluation, where a physical therapist puts you through tests and sees what you're actually able to do. And then we could get a vocational rehabilitationist person involved, and he can say, these jobs require these type of knee movements, so therefore you can no longer do those.
All righty, thanks Greg. And if you've got any questions, you can get a hold of Greg. He's happy to answer them. You can get a hold of him at 263-GREG. His address for his office is there on your screen. Greg, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Stick around, folks. I got that full weather forecast for you right after the break.
If you want Greg to answer one of your legal questions, visit krextv.com, click on Live in the Studio, and submit your question on the right side of the screen. Watch Greg's segment every Wednesday on News Channel 5 at noon.